Hello, everyone. Welcome to Desi United Stand. Hope you all are doing well. There are a lot of things to get into today, starting from the appointment of Michael Carrick as the interim manager, his assistants, Kobe Mainu, and a lot of other things. So let's get into it. Well, let's start with the most important news that we have been waiting for since quite a few days. Michael Carrick has been selected as the interior manager up until summer. The position given to him is the head coach. He will still be reporting to Jason Wilcox, Omar Barada, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. He comes with a good staff in the background, which is Steve Holland, who has been, if you know about Steve Holland, he has been an assistant coach to many of really good managers like Jose Mourinho, Ancelotti. He's also the coach for, which kind of bothers me now, which is he is the coach. He is the assistant to the head coach of England, and that is none other than Southgate. We discussed about him in the previous video, so if you have missed it, please do watch it. So focusing on Michael Carrick now, uh, I was really happy, to be honest. Instead of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we went for Michael Carrick because when he did manage, I think he managed for 3 or 4 games and he did really good. I mean, he was kind of okay, but good in a sense compared to the recent managers that we have had. But the thing is that makes me happy about Michael Carrick is we already went with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the past, and his win percentage was good. Of course, I agree with that. However, he was being sacked by Manchester United, and there was a reason to be sacked because the way of play was not good. The style of play was not good. It was not attacking. In the sense we were not in the other team's half for most of the time. We were parking the bus. That is the main reason why the frustration increased with Ole Gunnar, and and then the management had to sack him. So when he came up in the contenders list, I, along with other Manchester United fans and most of you all as well, I was a bit skeptical as well. I really didn't want him to come back because it is kind of difficult to explain. Of course, yes, he is a really good guy. He has been the legend of the club, and yes, a lot of good things, a lot of good tick marks over there. But the main concern was he was sacked. He was sacked before the. We know his style of play. We have seen it already. So we have seen the game already. So it's not going to be anything new that we are going to see. Of course, he did speak to ex Manchester United players in the podcast and a lot of other things, and he might have learned from his mistakes. I'm not saying no to that, but that doesn't mean you deserve a chance again in a club like Manchester United. I mean, we are a big club. He did manage some lower level clubs as well, and he was sacked from there. And to explain it in a normal layman terms, as an example, what I can think of is this might have or may not have happened in everyone's life, but a common example that we can see in a person's life is where he has had a lot of relationships. So, say for example, he was that kind of a guy who was like, maybe, I mean, the example that I'm taking here is where, say you had an ex-girlfriend, and you dated, and everything was kind of okay, and there were some things that you did not like in that relationship about the person, maybe, or the personality, or whatever the reason is, and then the relationship ended. It was a mutual understanding, and you ended it, she ended it, end of chapter. And then you move on, and during the time you dated one person, you liked everything about it, and that is Michael Carrick I'm talking about. And there were some good things, and you wanted to know this person more because everything, whatever days you were there with that person as a date, were really good. So, and then you moved on, then there was someone else, and everything went fine, and the relationship ended again. And now, when you look back and you decide, okay, I'm gonna go maybe on a vacation or something after a few months, and I'm just gonna take a break. However, I still have like say 6 7 months in hand, and you want to try as to after that vacation or maybe till that vacation, who's gonna be who who do you want to date? And when you look back, you see this date that you really liked for like maybe 4 days. You don't want to go back to that relationship again where you ended it due to some reasons, and it was a mutual end that you did. So you won't go back to that, and that is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for Manchester United. You ended it, but you can go with Michael Carrick. You can date that person again because you liked everything about it. You gave it some time, but then it just due to some reasons it just didn't went through. It's not that you ended the relation. It was an open book left there to be read later, something of that sort. So I'm sorry if the example doesn't make sense, but that I'm just trying to convey as to why I did not feel that Ollie was not the right person for the job, but Carrick was, because Carrick, we have seen his game. It was good, and if given more time, he can do really good. Now, also we need to understand he comes from a team where he played with really, really good players. He was there, he learned from Paul Scholes in the midfield, he played with him, he was being trained by Sir Alex Ferguson, same like Darren Fletcher, he was trained by him as well. And the thing is, he played with the best, he got trained from the best, he also got to manage the team for a while, and now he's got the chance again. So of course we can explore that option because he will come in and he will have some new strategies. He was the manager, I think, if I'm not wrong, for Sunderland. Was it Sunderland or Middlesbrough? I think it was Sunderland. Where he was the manager, and he did play really good. I mean, his tactics were really good. His strategy was good. And imagine if he gets that opportunity with Manchester United, a club that he loves. If you have seen his podcast, uh, you will see that you'll get the feeling that yes, this guy, maybe he still doesn't know what the job is. He still doesn't know what the pressure of that job is going to be when it's going to be for a long time. When I say long time, long, it is longer than what he had in his hands previously, which was just for like few games, a couple of games, I believe. But this time it's going to be at least for few months. The next games are going to be really difficult. We have got Man City, we have got Liverpool, so it's a challenge. He needs to implement his strategies in the team, and it is going to be quite similar. That is what I believe to Fletcher. However, his style is going to be different. That is where Michael Carrick will have a plus point. He will have an upper bar, I should say. And looking at the team that he's getting, so he's getting along with him. Of course, Johnny Evans is still gonna stay as the defense coach. The goalkeeper coach is still going to be there, I think. And would um, there's another coach who's not going to go anywhere. His Carrick is going to stick with him. But the main concern, I would say, not in terms of whether he's a good assistant, but due to something else. So, which is Steve Holland. Now, Steve Holland is a guy who has been an assistant to really good coaches like Jose Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti. But the thing that bothers me is he is an assistant to the England squad as well. And if you know who's the manager for England squad, and that is Southgate. That is what worries me. And as I said earlier, in the previous video, we did have a glimpse of chat about that topic as well, where why none of the Manchester United fans, you, me, everyone, millions of us, we do not want Gareth Southgate anywhere near Manchester United because we all know his style of play. It's really boring. He's going to say yes to everything that the management says. No budget, no problem. No January transfers, no problem. I'm talking about the next January if he's appointed in the summer. Uh, we know we need midfield, but if the board says, "Oh, you know what, Garrett, we are not going to get a midfield, but we are going to get a fourth goalkeeper for you, and we are going to get a 12th man for you. Maybe you can use him for whatever you want. Maybe as an assistant to your health assistant." And Garrett will be, "Thank you, I'll take that." So we don't want any of that negative vibe or energy, and that too as a manager for the squad, nowhere near. So maybe when you want to do something big, you start from the basics, you start from the small thing. I really hope that this is not like planting a seed from the management, because if you're getting the assistant as the assistant of Gareth Southgate to Michael Carrick, I don't want you to think or get even a percent of chance of getting Gareth Southgate through him. We No one wants this. So that is the only concern that I have, that I hope the management is not thinking this way. If it is only about getting Michael Carrick a good assistant, and that is why they have went for Steve Holland, I'm happy with it, no problems at all. But if it's the other way around, if it's the other thing, as we spoke earlier, that is something we don't want. Also, the other important thing, not important I would say, but yeah, kind of, is the other important thing is in one of the podcasts with Michael Carrick and Rio Ferdinand, he was being asked how around whom is he going to build his team and what does he think about Kobe Mainu. So that's where the positives come from. Now, Mainu is, as you might know, is a guy who was kind of stuck, and he was not able to play. He was not given the time due to whatever reasons it might be from Ruben. But he didn't get any game time. He was one of the prospects of a January transfer exit from Manchester United, but that is no longer happening. And Carrick really feels good about Kobe Mainu because he's been around him. He's spoken to him a lot. Even when he was there, he's trained Kobe Mainu. Even when Mainu was in the academy, Carrick has seen him. He knows Kobe Mainu basically very well. So he wants to build his team not around Kobe Mainu, but he wants Kobe Mainu to be part of that team that he sees as a starting 11. Now, when I say this, there would be many questions as to, we have Casemiro, we have Ugarte, we have Mason Mount, we have now Martinez, from whom we also saw glimpses that he can play good, but we forget, because we have not seen Kobe since such a long time. We tend to sometimes forget that he is an academy graduate and he's a really, really good midfielder that we have got. Many of the times, what I've seen, most of the times I've seen, is that we don't realize the value of something we have unless we lose it. Now, many of y'all will agree with this because this has happened so many times, that we had a player whom we did not value, we had a manager whom we did not value, and once they are gone, we understand what they are capable of, what their caliber is. There are many names that comes in my mind. The most recent one is Scott McTominay. So he never got a lot of playtime. No one believed in him much. like Ten Hag and everyone, and then he went to Napoli, and the rest is history. Same goes with Rasmus Højlund. It goes with Paul Pogba, where we had him, and then we sold him for free, and then we bought him again. I mean, which club does this? Sell a player for free and then buy him for like 60, 70, 80 million, and then sell him again and then get him again. I mean, there's no other club in the world who might have done this. Tell me if you remember any club where they have sold a player free, then bought him, then sold him, and then bought him again. So we bought him twice and sold him twice. Sold him thrice, actually. So, yeah, there are many players like these. So I don't want that to happen with Kobe, because he's really good midfielder we have got there. He's won his matches. He's scored some wonderful goals for us in the past. And if he gets play time, because with when it comes to playing football, one thing I certainly know, and many of you all will agree with this thing, is that if a good player doesn't get a lot of time, they lose the touch. So it is very important that a player keeps playing, he gets a lot of play time, so that he is still in sync with the players, with the runs, the strikers, his partners, and everyone. So I think we really have a good player in Kobe, and Carrick is going to give him a lot of game time as well. And other than Kobe, I think the way we are going to play now, I think we will see some difference. We are not going to be parking the bus as we have done for so many games. There have been times where weak teams have come to Old Trafford, or even when we have been to their home grounds, they have taken the charge on us. And it should have been the other way, where we should be in the front foot, but that never happened. We have seen instances where we scored the first goal, we were kind of relaxed. We never went for that second, that third, that fourth that used to happen when we had Sir Alex Ferguson and some other coaches as well. So that kind of stopped being consistent with our team. So I think those are the things, those are the positives, the attacking style of play. I mean, we have been attacking, don't take me in the wrong way, but a different style of attacking is what we are going to see, a proper united way. I hope that happens very soon. I hope the team understands what Fletcher wants to implement as the strategy. So these are the positives that I take from this signing. Signing in the sense, the interior manager, Michael Carrick. I hope he gets all the positives on pitch, because he doesn't have much time. We have got a really big game coming up against Man City, and I hope that we start a winning streak from now on, because we really have a good chance of being in the top four. I know we are 10 points away from Aston Villa, but it's football and things do happen, where the team who is ahead of you, they might lose a couple of games, they might draw a couple of games, and we are here winning many matches. So we can go to the fourth place very soon, and I really hope that happens. And let's see how it goes from here. Let everyone know about the channel as well, your friends, your colleagues. And if you have still not subscribed to the channel on Instagram and YouTube, please do, because we will be updating a lot of, we would be uploading a lot of videos in the upcoming days. It's a changing time for United, and it's kind of cycle, but it's an exciting cycle that I'm looking forward to. Hope we get a really good manager in the summer as well. Hope we get good signings, good midfielders and everything. So I really hope the positive cycle starts from here now. Let me know in comments what you think about the interior manager. Do you think he's going to stay even after the summer, if he's going to be permanent? What signings are you looking forward to in January? Is it only the midfield, or do you need something else? Do you have a player in mind? Put that down in the comment and keep an eye for next videos as well. Thank you. Have a good day. See you.